Ain't that a sweet sound? You love the Bombing Science logo, and then the ORMD on the other side. Looks like we got a little box of spray paint here. We got some dang spray paint. Whoa, and that is a pop of color. Online it looked more of like a reddish tone here, but wow, that fluorescent pink is crazy. Let's check it out. Looks like just a new brand they're bringing into town, and look at that spread. We got 150 colors, low pressure matte finish. They say they're being made out of Spain, so we've got some great reputation for some Spain brands of spray paint to begin with, so let's see if this falls in line with that. And also they're staying a little cost sensitive as well, so black and whites are $4.50 I believe, and then colors are just $5 a can, so very competitive prices all around. And if the paint works out well, I'm thinking this is going to be a great economic choice. And then you can definitely see that there's also a matte finish on the donut here. I'll be interested to see that. It seems to be a plastic donut. Sometimes people, oh no, it looks like it is actually sprayed with the exact color. I really like it when brands do that, so you get literally as perfect of a representation of the color as possible. So first off, let's just get with the blue that we've been holding here. We've got Smurf Blue labeled up there, so very nice. Looks like we also got a little blue dot outline, so something on the little smaller medium size for the cap that's standard on here. This is your standard 400 milliliter can, but when you Google dang paint, it comes up with 400 and 600 milliliters. So maybe we'll see some tall boys come in if the first set does well. So we got Smurf there. Let's go down the line here. Dark purple color in deep purple, close enough. Coming up next, we've got Hot Pink. Really sweet color there. Not quite as fluorescent as the labeling, but definitely a bright pink color. What we got for Lime Green, Avocado. Perfect lime green color right there. Love that. Gonna complement our forest green nicely. Picked those two out on purpose. Standard white, like I mentioned earlier, white and black, cheaper set for those. So you got $4.50 on these, 50 cents off for the black and white, which is always a nice touch. And then we got Fire Orange to follow it out. Really just full-on bright orange color. You know, Bombing Science is always kind of throwing a couple blank stickers. Just the classic blue, and then some Bombing Science logoing. Very nice. Well, not much more to say because I don't know much more about it. So at this point, let's go get these on the wall, get spraying, and see what we come up with. Bubble gum today. Say maybe dark purple color, and then run our little cap test with that. So of course we're going to be starting off here with the blue dot stock tip, and then after that we've got kind of three sections here. Our skinny section, got some different universal outlines, bananas, beige dots, and then we got some of our specialty, we'll put those at last, and then we got some medium and some bigger fat calf stuff, Legos, fluoro fat, silver fat, and then some specialties. You know, we got the needle nose and then the calligraphy tip. So nice spread to go through. See how she runs. Blue dot stock tip. Wow, you can definitely tell low pressure to begin with, super graceful and soft edges on that blue. Got the German outline number 1 with the gray dot. Super butter control. Beige dot, new cap in the most part. Used this for the first time in the last tutorial, and it was my favorite by far. Got a little quicker drip, but marginally smaller than the black. Translucent German. Ooh, looks like we're a little clogged up. Let's find another one. Well, that looks to be the only one I brought, so unfortunately we won't be including that. Let's go for the black styling. German outline. A little bit tighter than the banana, but all the same. Gray dot. Super easy control. That's a really nice low pressure spread. Pocket cap. Black on orange. White on orange. Gray on black. We're going to be using that for the fade for sure. translucent on black. Whoa, might have forgotten that was a fat cap, much larger. Check out that. Yeah, we got 6-inch spray there. Really nice dusting. Lego. Reminds me of the classic New York Fat, so let's see where that lands there. New York Fat. Oh, much larger. Do that closer as well. Slightly smaller than the Lego, but can dust plenty well with that as well. Pink dot. Let's see how high output we can get. Pretty comparable to the orange, actually. Silver Fat. There's our high output. Let's see how it compares to the, yeah, about the same size there. Got the wider spray. But you can see density more centered, a little bit lesser on the outside. Here we got kind of more a full fill coming from that translucent black fluoro fat. Similar ball game, probably about 4 inches, but pretty high output there. Loving the calligraphy tip. And some wide distance. From our needle cap. So we're probably 2 feet off the wall here. Pretty good density nonetheless. I'm definitely eager to see how my outlining is going to go with just the really tight grouping on all these skinny caps. You know, the beige and the regular outlines are going to be super nice, and then even the soft stylings towards that medium size, so the stock tip, and then what was that really soft one, like the gray, that was super nice. Going to be nice to get some good fading there, and then all around plenty of high outputs to maybe do some flaring and whatnot as well. Well, let's buff this out and get sketching to the piece. Check out how smooth these lines are. Loving that. We got the outline set, and then I got the gray on black ready to go. This was the one that was super soft, I believe. So we'll do a little gradient here. Gonna do orange, yellow, white, and then maybe green on top, and we'll see how that lands. Got the color we got here, fire orange for the base. Let's go. So this will definitely be nice to dust, but a little too soft to fill with. So stash that, do a little Lego cap to get the first layers down. It's definitely a testament to the low pressure of the can. I can get, look at that, how skinny of a line I can get with the Lego cap. You can see, we can see some of the deep dark purples below just the light pass. So it's pretty chilly out, honestly. We're only about, I don't know, 40 Fahrenheit right now. So still getting the cans warmed up, but we'll see how the opacity plays as we go. Honestly, the fluorescent nature of the orange in combination with the deep pigments of the purple, that's about the worst case scenario for 2 different colors. So if anything, we're doing a full formal stress test unknowingly. Can's feeling maybe about half full at this point, but we got a pretty sizable area covered, so that works real good. And I think it's a really nice coat, so I don't think I'll have to do 2 layers at all. So let's move on to our yellow line. Also switched over to the New York Fat, see how that one works. Oh yeah, we're able to cover purple, no doubt. I'll have to look back at the color selection. I may have picked more of the fluorescent styling there, but something good to know. So maybe I'll just give it a little white primer in some of the sections. got the gradient all laid up now. Gonna do probably our 3D first before the outline. Get that set in, then do the force field, and then go back in with the outline. But gonna do a baseline of a black 3D, and then probably do some of that dark green that we have at the top for some 3D kind of shading. Maybe even throw some of that purple in there depending on how the colors play. So I got the 3D laid in just a touch, just to plan things out. Got the pink and blue for the force field. It's looking like we just got like a weird lipstick border here for the force field. Not sure I'm totally loving it, so gonna have to spice that up a little. I don't know if it's the complement of the pink on pink or what, but it's a little funky, so gonna play with some of that blue. Let's test it on the S first and see what that looks like. I'm back using just the stock tips here. They seem to be a really great medium tip. I can, get plenty smooth of a line, but also if I need to, fade with them. Yeah, these are probably about 1 inch wide, so height of the cap is good metric for them. So I think my color selection's a little bit off. The blue is awfully punchy, and so is the pink as compared to everything else. So maybe, what else can we work with? Well, we do have the purple as well. Let's see what we got for the purple, see if that helps. Yeah, I think that's a little bit more what we're looking for. So what I'm thinking might work here, given that the shading looks pretty sweet, is almost do like a shadowed force field. So where the 3D's casting down all these bottom hits, I'll actually do it the purple, kind of flush that out, make it almost look like a drop shadow on top of the 3D. So we got the 3D entity, then a drop shadow off of it, and then we can use the pink to kind of have a burst of highlights around the top edge. So I got enough of the 3D set in there. I'm gonna be hitting the outline in a few different spots here. Make sure we got nice coverage there, and then we'll be doing plenty of cutbacks to get this to where it needs to be. Check out that super tight edge there. Rocking the beige cap on the black. Loving the combo. Alright, time for some cutbacks. So we got a little bit of wonkiness here with the top of the E, so I'm gonna slice that in with the lime green, maybe come around there a little bit. You can see we don't have perfect coverage here as compared to like a second layer. So the pigmentation here is a little thin, not the end of the world. Look, I can get exactly what I need, just working through it, no drips. It's cold out, so all things considered, this is working just fine, but you're not getting that super single pass. So in order to get that super solid single pass, you got to move real slow. I'm a little worried that we will drip a little, so I've been slowing down my process, trying to cut things in, and honestly haven't seen many drips, but it's still kind of an unnaturally slow pace. But you can see no problem with coverage once you really just take your time with it. Slowly cutting back, lime green over black. Those are two really different pigments. So honestly, you can see some of my pink showing through here just with that light first pass. So I've been going over these a second time just to get it a super, consistent lay. But honestly, you're not gonna be able to see that as soon as you step 2 inches away from the wall. One of the things that will happen if I get lazy is I'll kind of release a little bit too late and drag that line kind of past where I want it to stop. But the spring back here on the valve seems to be perfect. I'm not having to worry about that too much. Look at that, it's cold out. I just laid 5 different coats all over top of this, no dripping at all. So really good, you know, thin body to the paint. So something different, you know, some paints, you know, you got that super thick coverage, it's just gonna be blasting over there. You'd never be able to do 5 passes without it dripping. You know, all things considered, that's a good feature in my opinion, but honestly, it won't necessarily work with every style, so keep that in mind. That cutback session seemed to work real well. Brought that E into something a little closer to the actual drawing. Got a little bit more cutbacks on the orange down at the bottom, but we are making some solid progress. Well, whether it's a whole summer of practice or the dang paint, I think this might be my most technically challenging piece and best execution thus far. You have to let me know what you guys think about the outcome, and if all things considered you're in the market for some paint, I can definitely recommend the dang paint. Super economic, worked exactly as I needed on the wall, and really, you know, pushed me to the limits on utilizing the low pressure, all while getting some kind of cool, unique cutbacks and gradients in the shadings. Always a huge thank you for checking out the whole video. Be sure to spray that like button, drop a subscribe, and maybe even check out the web shop where you can support the channel through some merch. The black camo hoodie I'm rocking here is a recent addition to the mix, so maybe check that out if you haven't seen it. That's gonna do it for me, guys. Peace.